Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back in the Alps once again with Transport Fever. We're continuing work on the Mega Hub, the hub to end all hubs. Hub Central, Hub Time. That's what we're working on. Last time around, we spent a lot of time faffing around with the depots in order to try and get them looking somewhat appealing. But some success was had there, but there's still work to be done. Meanwhile, we set this new route in operation, which is running from the hub out here to Interlaken. Probably empty, yeah, more than certainly. Because at the present time, this station has the tiniest of catchment areas. And let's have a look and see what's actually in that catchment area. Well, it's industrial, so it could possibly want some fuel there. Hold on, let's make sure I'm remembering this correctly. Industrial areas do want fuel, right? They're not goods. They're not commercial. No, definitely industrial. But I'm going to need some distribution, and that's where we're going to kick off here, and I hope to get that done pretty swiftly. Let's not get distracted. I know, that'll make a change. Right, I'm going to need somewhere to distribute to commercial for the food side of things. There's an opening here. Actually, there's a truck stop there already that has got pretty solidly good coverage. Alright, we can use that one, and then that'll probably do it. Between the station and that one, we should have enough goods coverage to get the job done. So let's make this as simple as can be. Well, it's never as simple as can be. It's always somewhat simple, but you know what? I might try it. Let's try a drive-through. So like that, right? Okay, and then let's get rid of this. Give it some of that. We've got Main Street type, new city. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Fence type, open, none. Open fence. Good fences make good neighbours. There we are. Bash that in there. So we've got a drive-through going on. Now, in itself, that's all wrong then, isn't it? Of itself, the drive-through is not going to actually do me any favours unless I actually have it so that it does drive through. So create some kind of truck route 1 in order to get that working. Let's where's there's Medium Street, so I would imagine this is Medium Street stuff. You know what? Let's go with. Is there? I thought there was one that was marked out as being. There is. See, loading bay. Now, I don't think that's actually practical, in the sense that it is a loading bay, but I think it can look loading bay-esque, and that might suffice. So if we take that a little bit further there, just to kind of give a nod towards it being a commercial area, and then we'll back this up. And we'll take medium streets, faster medium streets, there we go, and whack that out from here, and we'll take it all the way down there, and then we'll link it up with this one. Okay, AI, take the hint, build things here, right, and then if we want to get all the way over there, where there is a truck in operation. I'm not entirely sure what it's doing. Hello there. Who do you work for currently? Interlaken Tools. Well, we haven't built tools in Interlaken since before you were born. Let's kill that off. Int Tools. I've closed down most of the kind of the mothballed lines already, but let's get them all done. Now, is there a quick route that I can plumb in? Because at the moment they're going to be heading all the way along this kind of spinal piece here. Well, the easiest way to do this is just to set it up and see what it does. There we are. Right. Okay, good. Yes, it is going in one way. It's going through a fairly high traffic area, but that's okay. Right, well, it's not okay. INT goods distribution. Alright, good. Right, now then, I need a couple of you fine road warriors to get this done. we'll stick with the Volvo for the time being, and we'll go with 4. Yeah? Right, there we are. Let's not argue with ourselves. Let's just get them going. Interlock and goods distribution. There it is. Right. Smashing. Close all this off, because that should mean that the train is now recognised. Well, it will do after these lot have got themselves in order, but it'll mean that the goods line recognises that there is some demand happening, and it starts shoveling things along by train. So why won't you stick around and see how that pans out, as it surely will. Right then, we pick the action back up at the hub, where we're once again going to be focused for the early part of today, because we're going to lay in another route. I say we're going to be doing this for the early parts of today, but you know how this goes. It's quite likely I'm going to be here for the entire episode, so, settle in. What are you carrying? 33 oil. Are you financially... No, you're not. Okay. Not quite solvent yet, but we've still got stuff moving around by truck, and that's a good sign. Most of it's going out to Dock Bravo, so I'm going to stick another couple of trucks on there. And this one. 2 more. Hub, Bravo, Dock, something. Rearrange those words into something that makes sensible sense. That one. There you are. Because I need to keep an eye out for the bottlenecks building up, because if once bottlenecks start building up, the whole thing's going to fall apart quite quickly. Now, the shuttle itself is it's underserved at the moment. It's still got a little bit going on, but not as much as I would like in order to keep it in business. And I've got to keep an eye on that, because as long as that's break even, everything's fine. The new train that we've got here hauling oil this way and then fuel back again, that's going to erode some of the demand that we need for the trucks. The other thing that I've noticed, and if we speed this up, it's more pronounced, is everybody stops here in order to switch lanes, which does not make this free-flowing, or rather not as free-flowing as one might hope. So I'm going to just tweak that first. It's all the way up here. What's that? Medium Country Road. I think that's the one. Is it the one? No, none of this is Medium Country Road. Maybe it's Fast and Large. There we are. There we go. Now that's all the same type of road, there should be much less complaint. Despite the fact it was going from large to super large, it was the lane switching that was causing people woes. There you go. See, that's more professional right there. Oh, we've got options as well. Highways. What's this? Reflector posts. 4 roadways. 300 kilometers an hour. My goodness, that's quite a bit. Ooh, we could do it though. I think we should. There we go. I mean, obviously we're not going to get up to 300 kilometers. Well, I'd be very surprised if we got up to 300 kilometers an hour. But that's a serious piece of interstate going on there. Ripping it along. Although it does look like they're driving on the central reservation. No, they're just playing it fast and loose where it comes to, lane holding. Oh, well, that's acceptable. Anyway, that's a fine piece of road right there. Right, we're at the end of the year, and that can only mean new things. So we've got a double-decker bus of some kind. We got another Russian combo, a new caboose, and a new tram. Ah, lovely. Anyway, that's not what I'm worried about for now. Today we're going to be working on another delivery line. And this one's going to be a little on the tricky side, I think, because we're going to try and hit Locarno up. Now, Locarno is currently being hit by ship for its delivery needs. There's the fuel bulk. It's only got 100 on board, but that's what we've got going on right now. And that's what's happening there. But what I'm thinking is we take the fuel deliveries that are currently happening by tanker, and we drop those down here and hit up Bellinzona instead. Now, Bellinzona, if this works, if I manage to get a goodly amount of fuel and food and whatever else I end up producing down to Bellinzona, then I might look to subsequently run some of those goods further up the mountainside. But whenever you try and service more than one, well, more than like 3 or 4 cities from one port, you can, or from one anything, you know, station, port, whatever you like, you can run into a spot of bother. Right, so this is going to be Bellinzona. No, let's keep it grand. Port of Bellinzona. Right, let's then run some nice roads up here. Medium country roads, large country roads, special country roads. Yeah. Highway with concrete, or highway with asphalt, or yellow street stripes. Well, let's see what that gives us. Okay, right, let's go up as far as here, right, and then let's get rid of that. The light, well, I don't fancy my chances. Too much slope, I'm guessing. Yeah, there it is. All right, well, that was going steeply uphill the entire way. All right, so we have to go. We're going to take option B here. No, that's not B for bulldoze. That's B for behave yourself. Let's do something else. Right, to about there, and then I want to get underneath all of this lot. Somewhat. Whoa, no, yeah, that's not the button you intended to press there. Let's try that again. Well, that's unconventional. Let's try that, and then this. Okay, yeah, right, that'll do it. So we've got under the train track, but we're going to need to do something here. But to be honest, there's a bit of roads all over the shop. Yeah, they don't need a main connection. Tell them to use the train. It's the future and the past. Get under. No. You've gone with an unnecessary wiggle again. Please try not to. There we are. That's it. Right, a good, handsome-looking bit of. Yeah, I'm deleting that. I am so far over the wailing and gnashing of teeth as to whether I should or shouldn't demolish something these days. And then onto the end of there, except I want to come in at a slightly more graceful angle. Why is this now? You're now giving me something else. What have I gone here? I've gone asphalt. No, we're using this yellow lined beast of much repute. There we are, and then go round the corner like that. That's it. And then, for reasons best known to you, you've decided to go off piste again. No, stay on piste. And then turn your magic wand off. Link this up in a way that doesn't create for a massive ramp. Now you can even see the massive ramp forming as we track along. Let's go from there, and then just, nope. Let's go from here, and then no, you're not doing that either. Now, I will smooth all of this out and make it look pretty in a minute, but at the moment, all I'm trying to do is to get some kind of a junction. Maybe if we came off at a slightly... what does that actually look like? Terrible. Alright, let's get rid of that then. Alright, how are you going to do this? Because we want that main connection in still, but I want it to look nice. That's not too much to ask for, is it? Okay, let's switch back to local roads. Not small country. Cobbled sidewalk, cob paving, yeah, 6 roadways. I don't think that's going to fit, is it? Now, if you would get... Oh, there it is. That's the one. Yep. Alright, keep going up here with no collisions. Now, what if I drag that down a little? Because if we can get a healthy merger point of some description. He sensed these colourful roads that I've been using, that they're not 100% compliant at the moment, because it seems to want to keep changing that one as I fiddle with it. Right, let's get rid of that and this. I know I'm just delaying having to fix it up again in a moment. You know what? I'm not actually thrilled with that road selection. I think that's a little bit too heavy-handed, and you've deleted all the way back to the tunnel. Well, there we go. He's a rocket scientist. Dark plate sidewalk. Sure. Give me dark plate, or give me death. Yeah, we'll make that we're making that a Bellinzona motif. Oh, they are a city of the future right here. See, look, they've all gone. Oh my goodness me! Yeah, we'll totally go with that. I just removed 5 buildings and I didn't even pause. Slow down, you imbecile. No, that might be okay. Okay, I have seen worse. Right, that's that hooked up. We now need to get this tunnel working, and that we'll convert that onto this as well. That way the transition happens in the tunnel, and everybody kind of goes, oh no, it was like this all along, surely. Now, would you like to do some kind of beautiful road merger? Ta-da! Road merger. Yes, but are you beautiful? No, we're really not beautiful at all. Now, you know, it'd be nice if you were to hook up at some point. Yeah. Oh, it's making the camera go. You know, throwing all kinds of shade. I mean, it's quite the levels of drama there. There we are. No, we're not removing any more buildings. Okay, right, yeah. Now what? You've made it that far. And it's because of this slight difference in elevation. I hadn't anticipated getting this foxed this quickly, because I'm just building. The number of times of recent construction where I have been foxed by a bit of road laying. It's as disappointing to me as it is to you. I don't want to run 3 bits of. This isn't train track. Also, slow it down. I know we need the cash coming in, which obviously it is doing. You've made that work. We've used a particularly hideous type of road. Right, let's think this through again. Right, now, what if we do that for starters? Right. Okay, so that's something of a main connection re-established. And then we could go from here, I suppose, up to there, which should allow for a relatively... that's more gentle than the last time we did it. We'll take that kind of spider tentacle kind of connection there. Smooth this out. Now, of course, this is all interior roads. So this is all town roads. So, in theory, the AI could build along these, and if it did, it would conceal just how unusual it is in appearance. There we are. Smooth that out a little bit. Now, that has not left me with the best connectivity in the world. The hope was that I'd be able to, you know, just rip stuff up here in a straight line to a distribution area which is going to be over there. So what I actually need is this connected to here. I'll keep the tunnel in place anyway. I don't want to delete those buildings, thank you. Although this might be a Might be an interesting route. All right, let's move out to the country road selection once again. Large country road. Because you can do it inexpensively or you can do it expensively, and I think we all know which way I'm going to go. Country road planed, compacted, medium, cobbled. Let's go for asphalt on this one. Oh, look at that! It's got a central reservation and all sorts. There we are. It's £1 million, but it's got the job done. Now there's the next challenge, of course, of actually getting a truck stop in here somewhere. But I'm confident we'll make that happen if we execute the smoothing here. Conceal some of the hideous missteps that I've made in the last 5 minutes. There we are. Yeah, it's worth 100 grand. Don't worry. All right, there we go. Good, nice. Right, now then, now if we set the brush strength down to low and we sink this a bit, that's sinking that a lot, but we'll sink it a bit, and then put in a truck stop of repute. Large industry, I think that's the way to go. Although having the entrance on the other side would be beneficial. All right, okay, not that one. Vetoed. High capacity road station. Sounds like it means business, but does it? Answer: yes, it does. All right. All right. Cool. Okay. For some reason, it's allowing me to overlap with the dock itself there, which is unconventional. But there we go. We're in. That's gonna work quite nicely, I think. There may be some traffic issues if this starts building up in a significant fashion. The other thing, of course, is that if Bellinzona does become the starting point for distribution up into the Alps, then what I'll do instead is I'll build a train network there. And you know, if you thought this was a pain in the backside, you ain't seen nothing. Right? Okay, we need a drop-off point. So shutting that off was perhaps premature. So food is going to end up over here, yes, and then over this side we're going to have industrial goodies. Interesting. Okay, well let's figure out how we make that work. So we can go up. We can go up here to get out into this bit. Although, to be honest, what would work well here is if we continued like that, right? There'll be a connection point. In fact, there's the connection point. Construction's possible. Be quiet. Don't be giving me any of your lip. Right, like that. I don't like that junction in the slightest. 1.5 million to bulldoze it. No. And pull the other one. It has bells on it. It has Bellinzona on it. Try that instead. There you go. That's a little better. Right. Okay. So then we want something good and catchmenty over here to grab as much of this blue as we can possibly fathom. Let's keep mixing it up and going for something else. Large 10-lane truck parking. Now, it says no storage, but does that mean you can't drop anything off? If it does, we won't use it. Has it got catchment? Yes, but like a really, really small catchment area. Well, we're not going to use that then. Cargo station, medium city. That's a little better. What about in here? Oh, yeah, that's the bee's knees, that one. Park it in there. Maximum coverage. Okay, good. And then we want something similar over here. Now, the tricky bit here is going to be there's not an awful lot of space. So I think in here, one of those kind of micro truck stops would probably do the job, which, you know, it's... Well, you say micro, it's not that micro, is it? Around you come. Do you want to connect up to there at all? Do you want to? You don't? No, not so much. Have we got an option B on that? I don't really want to delete any road, you see. I don't know if you were paying attention or not, but it's been... Oh, hold on. There we go. That's the stuff. Right, what sort of coverage are you giving me? That's not so bad. Okay, right. So, 2 truck stops. 2 truck routes, beg your pardon. And that's going from this one, yep, up to that one. And that has used the underpass approach. And this is going to be Bellinzona, B-E-L, or B-L-Z. Yeah, why not? And this is industrial transport. Urgh, sounds beefy. And then second option, this one up here over to that one. And this one's going to be BLZ, commercial transport. Yeah, you see, it's like a system. Excellent. Right, okay, so in order to make that work, all we need to do is hijack this ship. Hello there. You're not going to the Porto Locano anymore, friend. I'm making you go a little bit further. You're going to go to Bellinzona instead. All right? I hope you feel good about that. Also, I'm going to give you some company. Now then, if we head down here, let us buy a ship. Freight, yes. And we've got the Alps, which will do 152. The Viola is the... no, it's going to be the Alps then. Right, yes, please, one of those. Thank you, and I want you deployed on. Now, as much as we're currently chucking whatever it is, Locarno Hub. So you see, I need to change the name of that. Yeah, as much as we're currently using this to transport fuel, this route, it's exactly the same principle for delivering other goods as well. So this will ship food quite nicely. I just need to give it a new name, a completely new name. Bellinzona goods bulk. Bellinzona. No, not Belliz. Bellin. Yes. Good. Sold. Splendid. Get to work. Right, and that will hopefully lead to a little bit more demand for food, which would be a good thing. Now, we're going to do the same over here as well, is that I believe where are you heading to? You're heading to Thun, which is that close that I should be using a train for that, but... so be it, and we'll do exactly the same thing here. One axle. Close that. Close this. You're going on the Thun Hub Fuel Bulk. Thun Goods Bulk is what we're going to rename that. No, line. Thank you. Thun Goods Bulk. Get to work. Excellent. Right, now, with all that in place, one would hope that that we will start to be flinging food up and down the line with merry abandon. What's our current production rate? 504. That is lousy. We've got 57 waiting, which is also poor. We need more of that. Now, that usually indicates that I've got... Hello there. What's going on here? It usually indicates that I've got a big chunk waiting somewhere. Burn commercial. What? Burn construct. Where? Who's delivering here? All right. Let's show me your routes again. Burn commercial goes all the way up to here. Okay. How many trucks have you got on your route, and what manner of truck are those? There's a Volvo. Burn commercial vehicles. 2. Tell you what, let's put a couple more on that. Let's get this rolling, because that's why my food has stopped producing at a decent rate, is because it goes, oh no, you've got plenty in the system already. We'll wait till that's cleared. 2, 3, 4. Right, burn, yes. Commercial, hit it. chaps, get to work. We're going to upgrade this road while we're here. What's the asphalt? Yeah, let's super. No, let's not. Let's bulldoze that. Because this station is currently, you know, not really pulling its weight, but it will do. There we go. Let's push that on there. Can we get a bit more in here at all? Guess not. Right. Let's see if that. If we can't get that moving. In fact, what the heck are you? Come back here. Hold it. I'm not done with you. You there. Slow-moving truck. Close that off. There you are. What are you? Burn construction. You're taking some food out to burn construction, which is fine. There's obviously some overlap going in there. What have we got? 3 vehicles on there. All right, let's... And this is what happens when you don't close everything off when you decide to upgrade for the future. Right, there we are. Now, that's that. Hopefully, making some progress. I need to reorganize this, don't I? I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to wait for that to all catch up. Meanwhile, what are we dropping off? Absolutely nothing. Also, it was said that that I'd got these trains set up wrong because these are a 2-parter, and that one should have one at either end of the train in order for it to work. But running that empty is not good at all. Look at this. That's otherwise known as how to hemorrhage all your profits very, very quickly. Okay, that's something else that we need to work on. The good news, and we'll have a look at the route profit table leaderboard here, is we are being carried by some stuff that is effective. So that's the train that we were just looking at. Well, that's good news, because, you know, if that's the least profitable that we have, or rather the most costly, that's not the end of the world. The Volin hub goods bulk has the same problem fundamentally, in that until we get the free flow of goods happening over here, it's going to struggle to make ends meet. But let's look at the good news. There you go. So we've got these 3 big hitters. There's the Interlaken Frutigen, which we replaced last time, and that's now printing money, which is beautiful. The Intercity, printing money. The oil refining train, the big boy, is making best part of 10 million a year. That's also excellent. Then we got Hub Alpha Oil Delivery. Hub Alpha Oil Delivery. That's the one coming from the oil well. That's this one. Oh, look at that. That's picked up in demand quite a lot. To the extent that, how much am I waiting? 300. Well, that's not got 300 capacity. We might need to up that a bit. That's good. Lower Valley Shuttle we knew about already, is already doing well. The Lakeside Traveller's doing well. Hub Interlaken Bulk Freight. That's what we just set in motion. It's made £1 million this year. And then there's my plane service, also making money. So the trick is getting the early stage working, because if you can do that, the late stages pick up and it all starts happening nicely. I am drawn here because this is the food situation, 95. I was momentarily confused. I am no longer confused. All right, that's all good. So if that's got 95 waiting, what are you? That's the Interlaken returning from service. And then what have we got waiting here? So Interlaken's got 157 and 46. For the refinery, that's building up. Shunting's got some waiting. Hub food production, currently nothing, but it is pulling in now. 92. Come on, come on, just up the tempo, will you? There are hungry, hungry people that we should be feeding. And at the moment, we're really not doing that. The other thing we could do that might work would be to place another goods air route and start to ship goods by air as well. That could lead to some success. This is the other costly number we've got here. It's making some, but it's not making anywhere near enough. Right. You are carrying 144 of 144. There's 275 still waiting. It's time you got an upgrade. Alright, replacement. Right, we're running a Fairbanks at the moment, and I think it might have overstayed its welcome. Or do we? Let's have a look. What's the latest and greatest we've got here? Because I want to get this up to about a 250-ish delivery option. Those are too weak. This electric might do it. That's got plenty of grunt. Is this an electrified line? It should be. I think everything's electrified by this point. Right, we'll go with one of those. Actually, let's let's kill off everything we've got. Right, and then we want 250-ish. 250-ish. So what's that? 180, that's 10. So another, yeah, so let's go 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, 25 million quid. How much do I actually need? 15.6. So I need another 3 million to buy that. Okay. Well, if I hit the accelerator here, we'll hit that pretty quickly. 15.6, you say? I could loan it, I suppose. It's not like we won't pay it back fairly quickly. Come on, in your own time. You know, there's people waiting for drama. I only need the big boy to arrive once, and we're mission complete. Right, 0.6 to go. We've got it. Right, there we go. Buy it. Thank you. Good. Now, with the end of the year coming up, that might prove to be a little on the debt-ridden side as we go into the red temporarily. But this will be another full load here, won't it? There we are. So what we've done here is we've tipped a whole wall. We've set up to dump a whole lot more oil into the top end of this pipeline, which is going to affect everything further along the line. Hopefully in a profitable fashion. There we go. That's, you know what? That's a whistle, isn't it? It's made this purple. You don't often see a purple oil train unless you look at this one. There we go. Purple and orange. It kind of works. Not brilliantly, but it does kind of work. Right, there we go. So that's going to take us to the end of the show for today. That will now start making a bit more cash, which is always useful. But as I was saying, more importantly, it's going to dump a lot of stuff that's going to need moving, which will mean that my trucks, you know, do well. We've got 167 waiting at the shunting. You should be using the trucks as well. Now, obviously, it's going to use the train system if it can because it's faster. We're going to hang around and wait for that first arrival to come in and see what the effect there is. Right, what do we got here? Another train. We got the GP9, which is always popular. Actually, I would have used the GP9 on that route. No matter. Where is it? Come on, accelerate. There we are. There's the pickup. That's a little bit more like it. What have we left? 151. Now, if this drops off and the truck stop gets a load, then we're happy. Not this one. That's going somewhere else. And because if it trucks it all down for that little shunting train, we're going to have problems. There we go. Ah, good. Right, it is splitting the oil. That's good. That will make sure that it gets delivered pretty quickly. How much did that actually make there? It looks like 300,000 from that one, which is absolutely ideal. Good. Right. So yes, this will funnel it all forward here. So we'll need to make sure that the big boy can cope in terms of keeping pace with that, because there's my my refining route. Now the big boy is big and a boy, and therefore we can stick more on it. But it's already doing. What are we looking at here? 396 capacity. That's got to be worth watching go past, doesn't it? Let's find a suitable angle. I think it's going to be coming out of the tunnel. It's going to be the angle we opt for. In fact, this is the plenty o action section of the track, if stuff turns up at the right time. And then it simply comes down to how well the demand is shared out between the different towns that we end up delivering to. And if this pays off, then it will up the productivity, up the profitability of everything that we're running on those routes. At which point, it's just a case of doing exactly the same thing for food that we've been doing for oil, because the oil is working. And then, in the near future, what we're going to do is we're going to add another goods type. We will recommence our setup of steel making and turning that into tools. And that's going to be dramatic, to say the least. I've still got a lot to do on these hubs before we've got all the lines set up, and then we're going to make it look nice. So chuck a subscription in this direction if you'd be so kind, and you'll be able to keep track as all that happens. That was a cool million we just dropped off there. And throw a like at this video if you enjoyed it. And I can only hope that you enjoyed it. Either that or you were, doing something else while leaving me chuntering away in the background. I don't mind. But throw a like this way if you'd be kind enough to do so. I'll catch up with you very soon. I've been Colonel Failure. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.